In this video, we're going to be talking about some fresh Minecraft 1.20 features which were just announced by a developer at Mojang. These features could potentially give us a peek as to what will be in the next upcoming snapshot and beta. As usual, there'll be timestamps down below in the description, so feel free to skip through to the parts of the video you're interested in. With that being said, drop the video a like, subscribe for daily Minecraft content, and let's dive right into things. So everyone, before we get onto the new snapshot features, let's start by talking about some new promotional material from Mojang itself, which they're actually using to promote, you could say, the 1.20 update. This is very interesting because for the first time pretty much ever, we've got Mojang promoting the update before it is even released, which I find extremely interesting. Usually, especially with the Wild update, they would kind of promote and advertise the 1.19 update once it was actually released, whereas what they're doing this year round is they're actually promoting it now to get people to play the snapshots and betas. This was actually tweeted on the official Minecraft Twitter account saying, "Try 4 Minecraft 1.20 features announced at Minecraft Live now. The camel, hanging signs, chisel bookshelf and bamboo wood set are waiting for you in Java snapshot and Bedrock beta and preview." This does then link to the article we talked about in my previous video, so for more information about what they go on to discuss, feel free to check out my previous videos. There'll be links down below in the description so you can find out everything you need to know. But what I think is really important here is the emphasis on the community. Mojang is committed to building this update alongside with the players, so what they're doing here, they're trying to raise awareness, they're trying to get people, as many as possible, to actually check out these snapshots and betas so that they can get as much feedback as possible from as many players as possible. As I said, this is really interesting and quite unique because they're very heavily trying to push the snapshots and betas to get as many players as possible to try them. Of course, the majority of players unfortunately will not play the snapshots and betas. It's just the way it is. A lot of people just like to play vanilla Minecraft and call it a day, but I am very interested, to say the least, that Mojang are taking this approach this year. I did not expect this at all. With that being said though, let's now move on to some of the behind the scenes information from the legendary developer at Mojang, KingBDogs, who is giving us currently a lot of insight as to what could potentially be in the next snapshots and betas and what they're working on. We've been talking a lot on the channel about the new creative mode changes, and these are continuing. They're showing no sign of stopping. Mojang is really going all out with the creative mode inventory and things like that, just to improve it and to make the experience so much more fun and accessible. This is the first of 4 tweets we're going to be looking at from KingBDogs, who did say, "Thinking of adding chest boats to redstone tab as well, since they seem to be used a lot. Do you think that non-chest boats should be there too?" And then obviously a few responses were added below, but basically what he is planning on doing is changing up the redstone tab to actually add boats and boat chests in there as well, which is cool because obviously they do have quite a bit to do with redstone, and as we talked about previously, Mojang does want to add different items into more than one tab. So let's say for example the redstone block, that can be in the redstone tab along with being in the building blocks tab, which is very interesting. It just makes things a lot easier to find in creative mode, a lot quicker, and basically it will allow you to get back to the game as quick as possible. Most importantly though, this is accessible. Maybe if you're a player that has difficulty navigating the menus in Minecraft, or you find them frustrating or annoying or difficult to get through, these changes should help things go as smoothly as possible. The second tweet from KingBDogs does say, "The transportation tab was one of the most egregious tabs that needed to be removed. Similar to brewing, at least portions filled in a lot of the tab. It had such a small amount of space used for the entire tab. I don't think we will re-add the transportation tab back in." And below you get an image. This was the old transportation tab in Minecraft, and what KingBDogs is basically saying here is they wanted to remove this because it did not take up enough space and it did not utilize the space as well as what they want to add. We'll talk about this at the end of the video, where I'll give give my personal thoughts about this, but for right now, all you need to know is that the transportation tab was removed, and what King Beer Dogs is pretty much talking about doing, as we looked at in the previous tweets, he wants to add boats and boat chests to the redstone tab. Next up, we have this tweet saying experimenting with making the ordering of coloured blocks more logical as a colour gradient. Includes wool, terracotta, glass, etc. As you can see in the building blocks tab, the colours are ordered in a very simple way. It goes from white all the way through to black, then to red, all the way through the colours of the rainbow, and then yeah, that's just how it is. It's very simple and nicely ordered. It does the exact same thing with the concrete powder and then glass, obviously. Although this might not sound like a big change, it definitely is, because the better the menu is laid out, the more structured it is and the more logical it is, the easier you will be able to burn this into your memory. The better it's laid out and the more sense it makes, the easier it will be for you to remember. And basically what that means is you will have a more fun, refined, and great experience with Minecraft. The better the menus are, the quicker you can get through them, and the quicker you can get back to building. And for the longest time, I just had so many issues with the creative mode menu. I just think things were ordered very randomly, they did not make much sense. But here we've got King Beer Dogs just making things a lot more logical. Finally, we have this tweet saying thoughts on ominous banner and dragon egg in the creative inventory. Now this is definitely going to be the biggest change if it is finally added, because these are two things previously that you would only be able to get through gameplay or through commands, and what King Beer Dogs is planning here is to actually put these into the creative mode inventory. I think that is great, and it would be such an important and game-breaking change, because once these are added to the creative mode menu, as I mentioned earlier, two things you could only get previously through gameplay or commands, I think this opens the floodgates for so many other features, including the barrier block, which can only be got through commands. I would love it personally if everything in Minecraft was in the creative mode inventory. I do not think it makes any sense why the ominous banner and the ender dragon egg were not in the creative mode menu up until now. So just to give my feedback, I think this is an excellent change, and hopefully it goes through and is actually added. So to finish up the video, let's talk about the next Minecraft snapshot 22W43A. This will be the name of the next snapshot if it is released next week as of when I'm recording this video. Now of course, I think all of these changes mentioned today have a big likelihood of coming in the next snapshot. I think they're very quick fixes, very easy to implement, and I think if everything goes well and the community does agree with King Beer Dogs on this, we could see these changes in the next Minecraft snapshot. As I said, some of these are groundbreaking. Finally getting the ender dragon egg and the ominous banner in the creative mode menu is pretty cool, and to be honest, I cannot believe it's not been done up until now. This is why the community has been asking for a catch-up update for such a long time, because Minecraft is just missing so many quality of life features that Mojang are now finally getting the opportunity to add. The developers like King Beer Dogs are not stressed out, they're not being pushed on a 24/7 constant treadmill. They are just allowed to think, to take their time, and to work on changes that Minecraft has been needing for years. Let me know your thoughts about this, everyone, but I think these changes are excellent, although they're very simple and something you may not even notice in the final release. I think they're so important in the long term for Minecraft. Thanks for watching, everyone. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for daily Minecraft content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.